years ago, I had some dental work done, which caused me to have a disease called trigeminal neuralgia. It was very painful. My doctor said I got dependent on pain meds, which I wasn't dependent, I was addicted. I was addicted early on, and as the pain meds increased, it spiraled out of control. During this time, I could not get out of bed, I could not take care of my kids, I could not be a wife, a mother, a person. I was introduced to street drugs, and at that point, I was so far gone. It eventually led me to leave my family, and I knew I was gonna die. I didn't want this life, but I didn't know how to get out of it.
I was a medic, so I got to see a lot of death and destruction. And the way that we coped with that was alcohol. I finally came to the point where I'd given up on life, and I just didn't want to have to deal with any of it anymore. So I decided to move down to Puerto Rico and pretty much drink myself to death in Puerto Rico. My health went straight downhill. I became septic. All my organs failed. I lost over 115 pounds. Near death, should have died. At that time, I did not want to die for sure. I had given that up. So I said, well, God, I'm here to live for you, but I don't know how to.
For the beginning portion of my addiction was associated with my mother's death and just general teenage heartbreak. So I didn't like those feelings, and when I took pain medication, they went away, and began to rely heavily on painkillers to get through anything. And this was a routine. I would try to get clean, and then something would hurt, and so then I would justify my use because of my pain.
I went into sober living for about 6 months. And during that time is when I worked a different program. I worked Redeem to Repeat. Just waking up in the morning and being able to have a plan for the day and just paying bills again. And life things that I hadn't done before. I was able to do these things again because of the support that I continually have through the ministry of Redeem to Repeat. And my special situation, not, it's different for everyone. And mine was unique in my way, and whatever I needed daily, I was able to get that through phone calls, through meeting with people, through going to coffee for some time to talk and go through things. I have my kids back. I've been able to be a mom for them when they're sick and have them, and emotionally be there for them emotionally, which that is what I have not had since my son was born. And relationship with my family and my husband, the reconciliation is just only from God. Only from God.
For me, I had no idea how to live life. I had no clue. And reading the Bible and studying with the group with Redeem to Repeat, it teaches you and gives you practical tools and shows you how to live life. Now I want to take a piece of what Redeem to Repeat has given me and give it to as many people as I can.
When I first met Liz, she saw the brokenness that was in my heart. She was able to see it but not judge it. So the way that this woman who I didn't know looked at me was with the kind of eyes that I'm certain that Jesus would have looked at me with. I found that I was able to give more of myself to Christ, that by sharing my life with another woman, I could also trust that I could share my life with Christ, that He would take care of me. After my fiance died of a heroin addiction, I was terrified about being a single mom, and Redeem to Repeat has helped me in those ways too. Babysitters, meals, support for when Annabelle's disobedient, how to bring her up in the way of the Lord. I'm more able to recognize that I'm transformed, like the messiness that's still there that I think should be cleaned up by now. It's okay that it's still messy, and it's okay that you're still hurting, and it's okay that you don't think you're a good mom, but you don't have to hide that. You don't have to act like it doesn't hurt or act like you do think you're a great mom. You can just be the screwed up, messy person that you are and not want to go get high because of it. I'm just Caroline, and Jesus loves me. He loves my daughter too, and we're not mistakes. We're not screw-ups. We're precious.